Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Captain of Industry. Let's get chugging away here. We've got a few problems to solve. One is this mining designation needs to be made a little bit bigger. A little bit longer so we can catch these ramps here. And then I'm going to give this guy more to work. Well, I guess he's got this side to chew through. Yet. Yeah, that's not done. So he's got plenty to work on. What else? We have excavators that are stuck, at least one right here. And it's because that one cannot find a way back up here with his buddies. And the problem... What are you guys doing? Are you guys waiting with dirt? Why? There's a fill right here of dirt. Why are you not filling? Fellas. Okay, they're going to fill over here all of a sudden. They're trying to go here. That's on a pause, and then they get redirected. Oh, no, that guy just dumped off some rock. I kind of want you guys, filled with dirt, to dump it here. Guess... Oh, I thought pausing this dirt one would do it. Wonder if I need to keep disconnecting it for these guys to do what I'm expecting them to do. A little bit of a problem. They're gonna... Okay, we got a game going on here where they're mining and filling, mining and filling. Let's pull off all these designations. I'm waiting for these dirt-filled trucks to come over here and fill this little hole. Come on. I guess I have to disconnect that one. And once I disconnect it, I need to make sure that trucking is turned off. Now these guys will go dump. Boy, I wish they would just go to the next thing when they come across something full. Or paused. Especially paused. These guys will fill this. I believe this is the second time this is being filled. I could be wrong. And hopefully that's not a little bit of stone there. Hopefully that'll get filled as well. In the designations. There they go. Like it's all dirt. Okay, is that fully completed? It is. Get rid of that. Hopefully no one will go mine it out. Now they're going to go driving across the country. So we can turn this back on. Unpause it. Boom. Then we want imports turned back on. That should be safe. Our copper miner shouldn't be coming over here. Find only all the way through. All right, yeah, we've got an excavator stuck, and it's because of this little channel here. We put all these new belts in, and these two pipes for our water main, and now I think excavators can't get through this area. What we can do about that is change what this guy works on. So let's take up all these designations for a moment, and all this. Let's get our little limestone guy working in this area. So flat mining designation. Probably one row would do it. Let's see if we can get this guy to work on that. Should be within his range. We are using limestone right now to make concrete slabs. Maybe... Yeah, that storage is full. Might actually pause bricks for a bit. Try and use up some limestone because he's going to mine it up. He's going to hit limestone in here, I think. I think he'll hit some limestone. So we'll let him clear out that area. At that point, excavators should be able to route their way from our vehicle depot anywhere, basically on the map. If we wanted to take a shortcut, I could just throw a vehicle depot here, pause the other one, recover that truck, let it spawn out here, and then delete this vehicle depot. That would be a shortcut. That would work too, but we'll try and do it legit. What's next? We got issues. We got issues over here. with the iron mine, and then we have issues, a minor issue over here. All of our coal hoppers are empty. The ones at the factory, the main factory, are full. So this isn't urgent, but let's get a mining crew to start working over here, or at least throw some of these excavators over here onto this mining control tower that's digging our coal mine for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll pull. We might just be able to get by with just taking one of them off of here. I'm just running 2 excavators on this until that coal fills back up. We do have inefficiencies here with the stone being routed, kind of contributing to our extremely busy trucking situation. Not urgent. We'll get to it later, maybe. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. This guy is mostly emptied. So let's take this guy off contract. Where are you? Where's your contract? Way over here. Unassign. Okay, now all this sulfur will get dumped out. And then we want to assign all these hoppers to sulfur now. And then once that guy is emptied out, he will go start replenishing all of these hoppers that have sulfur. We're not going to need anywhere near as many people doing this sludge processing. So let's free up workers, because we're only going to have one ship bringing in sludge for the next hour in real life. Love to see this hopper fill up. It's slowly getting there. And it looks like the trucks are staying local. Yeah, all 3 of them are there. So that problem looks like it's mostly fixed. What next? Iron mine. Let's go after this mess. So what's going on over here? One is we've got our iron ore hopper full. I can turn this guy on. We're still short on workers. I'm going to turn the recycling off to free up a bunch of workers. The other issue over here is I've got this belt that's got stone on it. This one right here, boom. And this has been building me a bridge basically over to this island so we can start terraforming it. If you look at the fill designations, I had this set up so it would kind of get over like past where the iron is and bridge. And then the plan was to get rid of this big long belt. Put a little excavating team over here, a small one, and just start terraforming this flat. Use the rock to fill in all this area. But we're not quite there yet. But I think I can head inland sooner, because look at all this dirt or rock and stuff that's on top of the iron ore. I think I can shuffle this over a bit. So let's do that first. And then we'll worry about fixing the broken belt or thinking about what we want to do with that. We can get rid of all this fill. We're connected kind of over here where the iron is. All this fill can go. All these designations. And let's clean this one up. Fill flat. Something like there maybe. And up into here. Might be all we need. Now we want to get stone back into these guys somehow. And I think we're going to truck it. In short term. Probably into this one. Let's set this guy to not empty, but keep full. And then let's get rid of all this the belt that's kind of broken back here. That's not what I want. I want you. That can go, that can go. That mess can go. And this can go before it all turns to just trash. We got one more little nub here. And then let's turn on this belt. Yeah, let's turn this on. Not super crazy about this. This is not going to help our trucking situation. Bill designations. Boy. Yeah, we're going to get rock trucks from all over. Bet this is the guy from the... This guy from the copper mine? No. Where are you from? You're from over there. From way over here. Oh man, it's so hard to control. Or it takes a lot of steps to control where the trucks are going to go. I just want to get rock into this chain of belts until we can bridge to this area. We're going to have to deal with a little more inefficiency for a bit of time while trucks from all over the map drop stone into this hopper. We'll see if it paralyzes us or not. All right. What else? What else? What else? What else? This guy is on autopilot. He's already starting to unload. His first load is sulfur. This guy will keep bringing in sludge. These guys, even though we have half of them turned off, I bet they can keep up with the sludge coming in. No backups here. This all looks good to me. Limestone guy's doing his thing. Hopefully he'll carve a path out for our stuck excavator. And then if that doesn't let the excavator through, then we'll move over and do another row. What else do we have? 2 excavators can't reach their destination. Where's the other one? Oh, there's 2 stacked up right there, it looks like. That's fine. They'll find a way. I'll play available place to dump products again. Stone is backed up. Did we solve this problem? These guys are backing up on stone. Could just extend this out a bit. And or throw another truck at it. But man, our trucking is already so stretched. We are going to get back to doing tech tree stuff. So why aren't we doing tech tree and increasing the vehicle limit and researching things? I want to get the community moved over here. And I want to free up this land. And then we're going to expand our production of like lab equipment and 3 and stuff probably in this area. Just kind of a chain of events I'm kind of waiting on before we do that. In the meantime, let's give these guys just a slightly easier go of it. We'll kick this out like 4. They don't have to drive quite as far to dump that stone. Could just bridge this over to this guy has a truck. What is this guy? Where is this guy's truck? Who knows? Taking a tour of the island. Probably went to fill this hopper. Oh boy. Yeah, we can't let this run for a real long time. You know what we could do instead? There's something we could do instead. This guy's kicking out slag and filling this area. Maybe we could route that slag into here. That's better. I like it. I like it. That's a better option. Let's turn trucking off here. That'll stop all the silliness. Trucks going across the planet. And then we'll take this slag and send it into here. That'll slowly solve our problem. In fact, I can probably do a level 1. No, we won't. We'll do level 2 conveyor here into here. This guy. Belt needs to be reversed. Boom, because this was being used to fill in our old iron mine area. That's why this belt is backwards. And then that is probably wrong, so let's delete it. Bear with me and you'll see what I'm doing here if it's not immediately obvious already. I'm going to take speed, remove this, get it out of my way. Unity's getting a little on the low side. We're going to have to do something about that. Slide can go in there. We'll pause this belt to accelerate that process. There's no truck assigned there. I was going to free it up if there was one. And then the output from this hopper needs to come around and just find your way out. Let's quick deliver this. This needs to empty some rock out first. That gets unpaused. This guy is empty and done, so let's get rid of him. Gotta wait for that rock to all clear, then we can reset these hoppers to store slag instead of rock. And that should solve our little problem over here. And we don't have trucks delivering rock from across the map. We don't get a lot of slag, especially since we're making concrete slabs and we're using crushed slag for those, but we get enough where this is going to get filled. This area will get filled fairly quick. Just keeping an eye on the mining over here. You guys making progress? Dirt's now empty again. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I'm going to pause the dirt, go in that direction. Got a little bit of a supply of bricks here, starting to build up. Okay, this we can change to slag. And that can kind of store up. We'll wait for all this to clear. We're not going to watch it. We'll come back. Hopper, that is starting to fill up. Good. I can give this guy a few more designations. I think you can do the rest of this without getting stuck, I hope. That's all on autopilot. All right, back to the community. Let's try and spend a little time over here and see what's happening. Yeah, power. We need to hook up our food. Probably makes sense to do that now. It's going to be belts coming out of here. Probably... Just thinking. We want to minimize belts. We could send one belt down and then, you know, split off. Say, okay, the fruit goes one way and the vegetables go the other way. And then have another U-shaped conveyor. Potatoes go one way and the... whatever the other thing is. What is it? Potato? The corn goes the other direction. The problem is it probably won't be balanced if we do that. May end up with like a ton of corn or something if we're starved out of potatoes. Does it matter? Maybe not. We could always change it later. Where would we fork the belts though? All right, one's going to get corn, one's going to get potatoes, one's going to get vegetables, one's going to get fruit. go into planning mode for a second. Just see what this might look like. Belts. Having an odd spot. Probably hug this corner. Boom. Then maybe this way and through here. So if I did a sorter, for the unit ones, the ones that are on a flat conveyor, something like this, right? We'll just finish the design and just see what this is going to look like. I may rip all this up. Matter, fellas. Right, so you say, okay, you take the vegetables, and then the corn will go into here, the second one. And then we'd have another one of those guys, except this time be a U-shaped sorter. And it's going to have to be back a bit. So I can hop over a belt. Might have to be like right there. You won't place, huh? What's the matter? What's the matter? Pillars. Can we not have pillars over a sorter? Interesting. Looking like crazy. Won't take it. What am I missing? Okay, I took it there. Then yeah, U-shaped conveyor. Probably don't need level 2, but we'll do it. You over? No, you're gonna need to be further back. Be pretty straightforward what I'm working towards, right? Could do that. That's not horribly ugly. Maybe I'll go with that actually. And it would be this time we filter on like potatoes. And so here, you flat conveyor coming off like this. Oh boy. Want these two to join up. And then climb kind of thing. So how about you join in with your buddy there. And then once you guys are all connected together, about starting the climb. That's fine. Somewhere along the edge here. This area is always a little tricky coming down this way. Guess we're just going to have a lot of pillars. Oh, we got to keep going down. Yeah, that's our flat conveyor, and that needs to find its way over there. Let's this guy over a little bit. Up. Are you gonna let me over? Okay, this is precarious here. I think I'm gonna have to there and then over. Don't like the looks of that. Might have to take this. Not crazy about the pillar placement, but it's not. Oh man. Not horrible, I suppose. I'm gonna be above the ground if I can. I like the way that looks. I don't like the way things look over here though. Yeah, this is where we want to go over, right? Because I can't, if I go under, then I'm blocking trucks. I think trucks can still get underneath these belts. But I need a way to hop over this side. That's kind of useful to us. It's not critical, but it's useful. And now it doesn't matter. Now I can kind of dip down under these guys. I think that might be the best I can do to get those all in there. That looks fairly workable to me. All right, that's peeling off potatoes. That's peeling off vegetables. These guys will all get filled up. Let's unpause this and see how it turns out. I think it's going to be just fine. And then we'll check all our warnings and stuff and see what fires are burning. Boy. Yeah, we'll let that build. Let's go see how this is going. This little project. It looks like we're ready to change these hoppers over to slag. Boom. Ports on. We want trucking off on these. Eyedropper. You. Okay, but this one we want keep empty. Let's just make sure the trucking is turned off on these as well. What is that? Trucking. Don't want anybody bringing slag into these hoppers. All belted. Because I'll end up with truck. We're extremely busy. I'll end up with trucks helping over here trying to grab slag out of our furnaces. Don't want it. All the trucking off on that. Okay, all that slag is making its way through to this guy. He'll dump off in here, and then eventually we'll put a mining crew there. Let's check over on the limestone guy. Where are you? Down here. You're almost got that path cleared. Looks like we've got some little lumps. Make sure the mining designations cover that as well. Spillover. In fact, you could take this and spillover over here too. Turn this guy off. Got plenty of crushed iron ore. Dirt is still not filling up. These guys are crying about having too much iron. That's fine. That's all clear and ready to go. Copper is filling. I like it. Diesel looks great. Sulfur starting to build up. That is not backing up, even though we have a lot less workers. Looks like we incurred some kind of illness or something. Look at our workers. Worker count is not great. Unity is down. How is food over here? Remember our plenty of food? Oh, look at this. How are we out of potatoes? Something might be backed up. I think one time I had this problem. It was like fertilizer or something wasn't working. What's going on over here, fellas? You don't have fertilizer 1. This guy seems to be chugging along. Ammonia. Oh, it could be we're not running through quite enough diesel to produce ammonia. Hard to believe when our trucking is extremely busy. But diesel is pretty full. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why our potato bins here are all empty. Did I change the crop rotation? Nope. That all looks good. Water should be more than fine in this whole area. I see a bunch of full water storages, tons. Everybody looks good. Water looks good in the irrigation tanks and the farms. Why are you guys not keeping up? Is it that we have more workers? You know what? I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. Might have to do with the new farms. So we're burning through food faster. We're going to solve that problem, I think, once we get this all this stuff built and done. So we can throw more farms here, and I think we'll end up with plenty of food. What else? What else? These guys are unhappy. That needs a truck assigned. You're still dumping designations for this guy. Water's building up for this processing. That's all good. Those farms are fine. They'll be kicking out a lot more once we actually produce fertilizer. I guess, what could we do? Do we want to try and take on the bio-waste? That's going to have to find its way up here. Probably a vehicle ramp that belongs somewhere in this area. But we'll see. It's going to be a while, if ever, when we need excavators up here. Eventually, this is all going to get ripped out. Everything you see here, and we're just going to plow through that. But first, we'll chew up all this empty area. These guys are moving kind of slow because things are backed up. Biomass. That is in the community area. Biomass collection. We also have recyclables we can consider. We're not sending in household goods, so I don't know how much recyclables or how many recyclables would actually get produced by the colony. I suppose we could build another colony block. Let's get another housing 3 set up. Unpause that. I'm going to get myself out of planning mode. I'm going to pause the housing, but leave the construction on. Recyclables and biomass. Biomass would be the next easiest. And that guy's got to find its way up here. Actually, probably comes across and goes alongside these food belts. It's going to have to head over this direction. Then up. And then where we want to leave room for a farm. I want to leave room for a farm here. We can do it. Looks like we'll be able to pull that off. Trucking may get a little dicey. May get like really dicey. I want to leave room for a farm there. Farm there. We could almost get 2 over here. I don't think we'll need, hopefully we won't need it. Definitely get 2 there. We wanted to, maybe one like that or something. But yeah, biomass could come up this way. That is compost. So let's see the recipe for that real quick. Biomass, boom. Could burn it for energy. I don't think we'll do that. I think we're just gonna run it through a mixer. You guys. Curious, if I give this guy 2 recipes, can I just throw it on his belt? Hard to get to those belts, isn't it? Bear with me. Just looking at what's going where. This belt. Oh yeah, that's food coming in. And then I've got overflow here. This is the belt I need to tap into to get into these mixers. Oh man, I've got these specific corn. Everything else would come through here. If I turned on biomass, could I run both recipes off of the same mixer? Boy, I sure think I would be able to. Let's try it. If it backs up, we've got solutions for that. We can just do a filter over here and send biomass in, and then the next one can be whatever, the corn or whatever's left. The potatoes, I guess it would be. I can get it onto that belt, which means up here. Let's take a look. I'm going to go back into planning mode. We want U-shaped conveyor for biomass. Just stick with level 2s. We probably don't need this much. But maybe once our colony gets huge. You there. Oh man, this is going to be a little ugly. Boom. Whoops, whoops, whoops. This is our potatoes come in from the fields. Boom. Potatoes and corn. Corn gets filtered off and does its own thing. So that potatoes come through in here. There's a priority output to go into storage for the community. And then any leftover goes on this belt. And that leftover is destined. Yeah. Leftover comes through here, joins up with leftover corn. We've got corn and potatoes here. Corn gets pulled off for some reason and goes into a mixer, gets turned into compost, and comes into, oh, or does it get turned into animal food? It's turned into animal food. Yeah, it's not going to work. Not going to work. Unless, yeah, that's a storage for animal food. So, let's see if we can, see if we can make it work. Oh man, I don't like it. This is getting a little too spaghetti. But we might be able to make it work. Let's get rid of this. Really need to solve my Unity problem here too. But let's do this first while we're working on it. I need a U-shaped sorter here. Oh, that will snap. I don't believe it. Okay, you are going to be potatoes. And so the only thing left on this belt should be biomass. Boom, boom, boom. In fact, I'm going to push this out. Quite a bit further. I need a mixer. Need a mixer like way out here. I want to leave room for more of these guys. So we're in planning mode. Let's do one. I just want to leave space. 1, 2, 3. 4. I've got room for 4 more if we want to scale. And then this guy is going to be the one that handles the biomass. Biomass into compost. At this point, we're dumping out compost onto this belt so we can connect that guy up. U-shaped conveyor. Compost on the compost train. And then this is in theory, what's coming out here is biomass. Big flaw in our design is I can't scale up the composting of potatoes. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of limited here. And if potatoes backs up, everything else is going to back up. So the splitter should probably be a little further along. Let's try again. Yeah, we want the splitter back a bit. Oh, you what I mean here, and then we'll be done this episode real soon. U-shaped sorter here. Let me go back one more. Okay, corn's getting pulled off there. This is going to be potatoes getting pulled off. Wherever you are, alphabetical. And then this belt can run down and we can throw more composters or mixers if we need to. And then the belt for biomass can kind of travel over one. And stay on the ground. We don't need trucks going through here, I don't think. We can always change it later if we do. U-shaped conveyor 2 all the way out. It should just be biomass coming in here. Let's unpause all this. I think that's what we want. Could be wrong. Fix it. I am wrong. U-shaped conveyor to get the potatoes into this guy. Maybe I'll leave this extra long just so we know we can scale with it. Turn off planning mode. Now we need to get the biomass from the colony up here. Which way are we going to go with it? Eventually, very long term, I think all of these belts taking dirt and rock out of the area are going to go, but that's quite a ways away. Quite a long time from now. Feels like I could come out. Let's try something. You. Truck should still be able to get under that. Now we can follow this. Head up. I'm gonna get an extra pillar I don't want, but that's all right. Do anything about it. That's where we want to be. I'd love to hop that pipe. We kind of need to hop over that pipe. The ground's going to create a bit of a problem for us. Trying to preserve trucking in this area. I'd love to hop over. I don't have enough room to do it. Guess we're going to have to dip under. That's the best. I think that's the best I can do. All right, I think that's it. Huge worker shortage. We're borderline on a food shortage. We're on a unity shortage. Everything's just going bad all at once. Yeah, we got some problems we need to solve. What's going on here? Yeah, there's not even that much sulfur to go pick up. I'd love to be throwing more people on our sulfur mine so we could speed this up, but I can't afford the unity to do it. Let's pause this ship for now to save workers, and we can pause maybe all of this to save workers. These guys. Okay, that gets us in a better worker situation. This one little ship has plenty of sulfur to run for quite a while. We do have a lot of sludge to process, so we'll try and preserve the workers that are in this area. We've got tons of fuel gas, so we don't have to worry about power going short. If it did, we could fire up this other line. We have tons of wood chips to burn. If we ever had a power shortage, I think we're safe there. Not much risk of running out of power. This guy cleared a path. Let's see, did our excavators make their way back to where they belong? Nope. Still crying. See what our navigation overlay is showing. Looks like they could get through. Let's pull this back a little bit further. Oh, he's got a little more to do. Let's expand this a little bit. Actually, let's just do all this. And then we'll change his working area. I can see it's not quite the whole thing. So maybe we can free up that excavator. Let's check on our fill over here. It's backed up somewhere. You somehow didn't get switched over. Okay, let's trash the remaining rock. It had a tiny few nuggets of rock in there that need to be gotten rid of. Slag. Okay, that should be up and running. It's fine. We didn't lose anything. Plenty in the hoppers. That'll take care of itself. Workers, we're down to one worker. One free worker, and I need to run recycling too. How's our coal hoppers doing? We put a bunch of people on coal. That's over here. The belt is backed up, so we're going to start filling these hoppers. That's these guys. Look at how, how tall. In real life, these guys would just be landslide, would just destroy them. And I think in the game that used to happen more. I'm finding that I can mine pretty darn high. My excavators aren't getting stuck despite these little landslides. That must be a change because they used to get stuck much easier. Trucking's not great. Pretty huge ramp. Eventually, when we get to the bottom, as deep as we want to mine, we'll put a storage thing and then a belt coming up the ramp. But I'll wait till we get to some flat terrain where we can actually put a storage. These guys are still struggling because they have a long distance to truck. How are bricks and things doing? Let's take a quick look. Bricks are starting to accumulate in inventory. Slabs, not so much. And then this guy's not keeping up. Dirt's not collecting. These guys are all sitting with iron. Yep, that's fine. That's not actually a big... Oh, gotta turn this on. Workers. Workers and food. Food is scary low. It's really scary low. I can't put on food saver because my Unity is already too low. I could turn off maintenance reducer or something if we have that. Let's just check it and then we'll call it. Yeah, maintenance reducer. Let's we turn them both off. Let's turn them both off until our Unity climbs a bit. I think that's going to put us in pretty good shape. That gives us +2 Unity. So we should see this thing tick up. That'll help quite a bit. Do I have food? Do I have plenty of food on at all? I do. Let's turn that off. And try and get our food back in shape. And then next episode, we're going to work over here again. We're going to continue to work in this area. We've got food. What's going on here? Oh, did it do what I thought it was going to do? Kinda did. We're not getting a mix on these belts. Why? What did I do wrong? Planning mode. Planning mode did it to me. Look at this little nugget. It drives me crazy. That's why I don't... That's one of the things I don't like about planning mode. Planning mode as a tool is super duper useful. But one of the things I don't like is I always have a nugget or two that gets skipped when I go to unpause things. So they're only getting 2 kinds of food. That's how it's going to be for a while. Hopefully, once they clear the belts, we'll start alternating and get half and half. And our colony will get the food. But I think next episode, unless I'm mistaken, we've got all the basics set up. We should be able to try and migrate our colonists over here. And it should help us with Unity as soon as we get all 4 types of food in there. We've got food, we've got power, we're getting rid of the biomass, which isn't urgent. We're getting rid of the waste, that's all routed. We have water coming in, we have wastewater all piped out. So I think we're ready. And we have plenty of space. Plenty of space. So yeah, maybe next episode we'll see, we'll have to experiment with how to get our colony to migrate over there. I guess we just, I don't know, maybe pause these buildings and see what happens to our population. If I pause one of these, will these people look for housing and go find their way? We'll find out next episode. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series on Captain of Industry. Man, big challenging map, but we're taking it on. We're conquering this map. We're flattening this map. And we're about to move our colony. That's going to be a big step forward. That'll free up this land. We can get back to doing research. Yeah, research means better, bigger trucks, means more trucks. Means eventually launching rocket ships, all that kind of good stuff. But we got a ways to go. Yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you all in the next episode.